Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin and Cardano. In this video we take a look at the latest price update here and the price charts, and we take a look at Bitcoin first, then Cardano. Overall, the crypto market is continuing to be weak. There is not really a strong reaction to any support level at the moment. Bitcoin bounced a little bit yesterday, but again is on its way down. No real surprises today. Even Alchemy Pay, even though yes, nobody knew about, or at least I didn't know about the listing on Binance. Overall, we talked about Alchemy Pay here before, and end of December talked about it as my must-have, and yeah, it's doing really well today. Harmony 1 in line with my expectations, going down, you know that, and pretty much it's all following currently the expectations. And overall, Bitcoin here is continuing to be in this channel. I told you yesterday that it could really stay in there for a while. The channel is now sitting between 40.5 and 42.8k. This is sort of the new channel within which we are, horizontal support and resistance lines, and from here we now need to see what the price is doing. But my primary expectation would be that we continue, there is no change, that we would continue to go now into the region of 37.5. You know, this box here that I put on the chart is sitting between 36 and 38.5k. That is based on the wave count, Elliott Wave count, that we are now going here into a smaller wave 5, which would be the completion of that smaller degree wave count that I showed you in previous videos, and the a little bit higher degree wave 3, from which we would then do another bounce into the region of 45 to 48k roughly. That would be then the wave 4 retracement, and then you're going to come down, in my view, in the final wave 5 that could even take us below 29k. There is no change to what I see here on the chart. Overall, it's still the same scenario. If we break above here, and this is all possible, yeah, I can tell you that there is of course a possibility we could break higher here, but even then there is a long way to go, and what we currently see here is not anything sustainable, anything that would convince me that we are no strong reaction or anything. So I would also not be surprised if we go up a little bit, but this wouldn't change my view or scenario. You know, to talk about some sort of a breakout to the upside, we would need to get above 48.5k. This is this high. Everything up to 48.5, it wouldn't even surprise me, it wouldn't bother me, I wouldn't pay too much attention to it. In the end, of course, this would be possible. If you break here to the upside, there is a potential to go straight away to 45.5k. Taking then the additional effort to break above 48.5 would be a lot. It would be then a more interesting scenario here, but it would just complicate things. It would just make the correction more complicated. This would be a nice move down here in this wave 3, 4 and 5. Everything else, even a move up here to 48k and potentially even a breakout above that, wouldn't change the primary scenario. For me, it's fairly clear. Of course, I could be wrong, and I can only tell you that please don't just bet everything on a technical analysis bit, because even if a TA is correct and technically okay and everything, the markets could still do different. These are probabilities, and so far it's worked out well for a lot of cryptos. I think also here for Bitcoin. But yeah, you know, therefore you need to do your own research and come to your own conclusions, of course. But I'm very careful with buying at the moment. I'm very careful with buying because I do expect lower prices. And this is clearly what the Elliott Waves tell me. There are different scenarios. This is the latest one I put on the chart here, but all alternative scenarios also point to the downtrending scenario here and to end below 29k. And in the last video I told you, not even sure if I'm bearish enough with 20 to 29k, but I'll stick with it for now. Because what scared me, what really scares me, I just need to repeat it once more, is here the if I scroll down, is the monthly MACD. The monthly MACD scares me a bit. And if you take a look at that monthly MACD, you will know why. Yeah, everybody who's been following me probably knows what I'm talking about here. I mean, we're a little bit away from a bearish crossover on a monthly MACD. That could become something ugly. Yeah, just to talk about that here and highlight that. Overall here, Cardano fighting for survival, continuing to trade in this descending wedge that I did show you in the previous video. Oh, now it's getting loud outside. Hopefully you don't hear that too loud. Continues to be in this descending wedge. I showed you potential reversal pattern, but we're coming down quite a lot. To be honest, I'm at a stage where I would give a potential price drop below $1 probably a 40% probability. Yeah, so it's not unlikely, given that we are coming closer here and given what I expect for Bitcoin, and given unfortunately the not problem, but the situation that Cardano has not really made a massive move up. I did tell you at times that I would expect it when Bitcoin does its move up to my previously expected area of 55 to 63k, which we didn't see. Bitcoin decided to go down straight away without going up first. I would have expected Cardano to move up to maybe $2, yeah. Now it did come all the way up to 160, but that was it, and that was not enough buffer to really deal with these price drops from Bitcoin. So I can't really. $1 will certainly be an important support level, and maybe we do turn around here. And if we drop below that, we are unlocking lower prices, of course, and we have to assume then prices in the region of 65 to 68 cents. Would be quite a bit of a drop. It would do, however, mean that in the next run up we would go higher with a high likelihood. That's what typically happens. The more you come down, the higher you go up. That is all based on FIBs as well, Fibonacci levels. And if you do that, it's like a spring, that you pull and then you release it, and then it pushes the price much higher. And also it would allow everybody who's interested in Cardano to buy more lower. And it would simplify the chart a little bit, to be honest. It would simplify it a little bit. You then have a very clear 1, 2, and then you go up higher in a wave 3. Because this is a bit here, a wave within a wave. At the moment, you have the wave 1, 2, you have your wave 1, 2, and from here you would go higher. This all would simplify a little bit, and yeah, let's see if we're gonna hold the $1 level. I doubt it at the moment. I doubt it a little bit. I still think we could, but maybe even the 40%, maybe I need to give it maybe it's even more likely that we actually break it. But yeah, in the end, we have to prepare for the scenario, not only mentally, but also in terms of holding off with buying maybe a little bit. I don't know. I'm still continuing to dollar cost average in, also because I like to gain the staking rewards for ADA. And I think it's going to be an amazing long-term project anyway. It's going to be amazing. Someone asked me, what do I tell the people who think that Cardano will be out of the top 10? Well, honestly, it could be. It could be. But overall, it's not a problem. Is something in the top 10 or not? Is it in the top 20? It doesn't make a big difference. It can still be a very, very successful project. And I think it's going to have its place in probably in the top 10. But it could drop out of the top 10. And even then, I wouldn't consider it a big deal. It's, projects in the top 10 come and go. It's not that it suddenly becomes a bad project just because it goes to rank 11. And that's my view on it. Overall, also the MACD here points towards actually lower prices. We're coming down lower, 114 at the moment. And to be honest, Bitcoin is dropping now as well. So maybe today we might see another drop. I think it, we could be in that sideways region for a while, but then a drop can happen at any time, and nobody's going to be able to tell you really when. But certainly everything's pointing to the downside here for me. So that's my view on Bitcoin and Cardano today. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash a like button and subscribe. If you really like the content, would be glad to have you on board in the core community. So consider to join as a channel member maybe. You can find the links in the description. Lots of stuff on Discord and Telegram, and a great community. Thanks all. Bye bye.